here's some big news from the wild, wild world of finance. Today, we're talking about the banks collapsing. But if you're chilling in the 1%, well, congratulations. You're probably gonna swim in more cash than Scrooge McDuck. But I know most of you aren't because you're broke, like me. I'm broke. Now, before we dive headfirst into this financial roller coaster, let me drop some truth bombs. The US dollar ain't gonna collapse overnight, alright? We're talking about cracks and splits, not a sudden implosion. Think of it like controlled demolition of the US economy, orchestrated by the big jerks from Wall Street. Yeah, that's right. The dollar, as we know it, is about to take a dive, and it's gonna become a digital currency. Not like the crypto that we have, but the government kind. And the government is doing it so the government can control your money a whole lot easier. So if they need people to spend money, they just put expiration dates on it. If they want you to save money, they will restrict the things you buy. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, I'll never trade my money in for digital currency. But come closer. I got a secret for you. You already have. Honestly, how much cash do you have on hand right now? And I'm not saying that because I'm trying to rob you. I'm just curious because you probably don't have any. Everything is just a number in your bank account. So when it comes to government digital currency, guess what? That train's already left the station, folks. It's further down the track than your average American realizes it. And speaking of a wake-up call, even Putin's ringing the alarm bells. Yeah, you heard me right. Putin himself in an interview with Tucker Carlson straight up said the US is destroying the dollar with its own hands. And you know what? He's right.
Look at what is going on in the world. Even the United States allies are now downsizing their dollar reserves. Seeing this, everyone starts looking for ways to protect themselves. I think it is complete foolishness from the point of view of the interest of the United States itself and its taxpayers, as it damages the US economy, undermines the power of the United States across the world. Do you even realize what is going on or not? Does anyone in the United States realize this? What are you doing? You are cutting yourself off. All experts say this.
So what's Putin talking about? Well, you see, the US Treasury was once considered the safest investment in the world. You know, backed by the full faith and credit of your US government. So safe, it's like wrapping your money in bubble wrap and locking it in a vault, right? Well, hold on to your hats because turns out, as of today, we're talking less than 26 trillion in US treasuries floating around. Now rewind to just a while ago and the number was way over 30 trillion. So where did that 4 trillion vanish off to? It's like playing a game of hide and seek with your piggy banks. And turns out they dumped it. Yup, dumped it. Now, who's doing the dumping? Oh, just the big players like Japan, China, Saudi Arabia, and the UK. They're selling off these treasury bills faster than a hotcake at a pancake convention.
Show me the money.
You see, normally they give the US some cash and in return they expect a little something back with some extra interest, you know, like a good investor. But now, China's hitting the market like it's Black Friday fire sale. And China's not just casually tossing treasuries overboard, they're on track to dump most of it, if not all of it, by the end of 2024. And why, you ask? It's because our economy is doing the cha-cha slide into disaster. That's why. Picture this. November rolls in and bam, the latest US Treasury numbers drop like a sack of potatoes off of a skyscraper. And China, oh, they're not holding back. They're giving Uncle Sam's IOUs a boot, like they're cleaning out their closet for spring. Their treasury holdings are plummeting fast. China didn't just dip its toes in the treasury dumping pool, they did a cannonball, selling off a whopping 15% of their entire stash. Because if they sold it all at once, it would cause all kind of chaos and panic stockbrokers, causing it to crash, causing China obviously to lose money on the back end as well. So they're selling it off slow. And Congress is sweating bullets, folks. They're running tabletop exercises like it's the financial Olympics. And Janet Yellen, well, let's just say her contingency plan might as well be a shrug emoji.
The scenario was that China, the second largest foreign creditor of U.S. Treasuries, would dump that $859 billion in Treasury securities. How are you working with our allies internationally and also the Federal Reserve to deal with a situation where China would dump that volume of Treasury securities overnight?
So we are not engaging in specific exercises to address such a risk, but the United States, the National Security Council, is certainly concerned on an ongoing basis.
Well, Madam Secretary, I would encourage Treasury to make preparations and be on the ready.
Yeah, folks, our economy is taking a turn for the worse. And according to Senator Rand Paul, it's madness, borrowing from Peter to pay Paul. The U.S. is borrowing from China to pay Ukraine. It's a financial house of cards, and we're the ones holding the deck. But wait, there's more. China's not just dumping treasuries, they're stocking up on gold, like it's the next iPhone release. And while they're hoarding the shiny stuff, we're left hoarding the bag full of shit. Now, here's where it gets juicy. Remember the good old yield curve? Yeah, that thing's about to make a comeback, and experts are predicting it's gonna be a wild ride. So mark your calendar for March 11th, cause that's when the reverse repo market's running dry. And when rates go up, small banks that are holding on to the commercial real estate loans, yeah, they're about to feel the heat. So what's the takeaway from all the financial doom and gloom? Well, for starters, don't believe everything they're feeding us. They're spinning a web of lies, but we ain't buying it. And while the 1% is spitting champagne on their yachts, the rest of us need to be preparing for the storm ahead. But anyways, that's all I got for y'all. Hit the like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'm out.